Hey everyone, it's Mari. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I have a 12 by 12 scrapbooking process for you, and I'm going to be working with this square black and white photo that I'm going to be showing you right away here. It's a photograph of my daughter and I that was taken a few months ago, and I'm going to be working on a piece of white cardstock as my base. And I am going to start out here by showing you this gorgeous collection from PinkFresh Studio called Let Your Heart Decide. And I'm going to be using some of the different parts of that collection today for my layout. I'm going to start off with this Dilution stencil that's called Love Hearts. And you can see this is a pretty large stencil. I think it's about 8.5 by 11 is what it would measure. And I'm going to take some of the Vicky Bouton iridescent glaze, and I'm going to just take my palette knife here and spread that across this really gorgeous stencil. And what I'm going to eventually do is fussy cut out a bunch of these hearts and use them for my layout. So I'm just putting those in the center. I was thinking I might use this as an entire piece for my layout, but as I looked at it, I thought, you know, I think this would be really cool if I were to just fussy cut it and add kind of like a little bit of texture with those pieces. So that's what I ended up doing. Now I just took a little bit of Peacock Feathers Distress Oxide ink, and I just put that down on a little bit of plastic packaging here, added a little bit of water to it, and now you'll see that I'm just going to spread that out horizontally across my layout. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of a different kind of design here. I'm going to do a few things on the horizontal and then some things on the vertical, so it's almost going to be kind of like a cross in the center. You can see there I'm just taking my paintbrush and adding some of those ink splatters across that horizontal area there where that ink is. So now you can see those little fussy cut hearts that I was talking about, and I'm just adding a little bit of dimensional foam adhesive to the backs of those little hearts to pop them up. And I'm just going to add a little cluster on the left and a little cluster on the right. And then I was planning on putting my photograph just in the center of that area, so you can see where there's kind of like an area in the center that is going to be kind of blank so far, and that's where I'm going to create the area for the photograph. So I'm going to just add a strip of this paper from that collection in the center. I love this paper. It's on the back has the books on the shelves, and then this kind of still has the illusion of the books on it. And I just really like this pattern. I love these colors. The colors in this collection are just really gorgeous. I love the turquoise and the coral together. I think it's so pretty, and really loved that and wanted to work with that today. So I'm just going to take this doily. I've added a little bit of adhesive to the back of that now, and I'm going to just get that positioned where I want it. And then that's going to be the place where I'm going to sit the photograph. So there's that photo that I showed you earlier. Now this is a die cut frame that is also from that same collection. And these come in a little pack of, I think there's 4 or 6 in the pack, and they're so cute. I love them. And it just so happened, and honestly, I did not print the photograph in this size just for the frame. I had printed it in that size because that's the size I wanted to use on this layout. And then I thought, oh, I should use those frames, and yes, it's a miracle. It actually was the right size. I would have reprinted it if it wasn't, because I wanted to use the photo in that frame, but it was the right size. This is some foam adhesive tape that I purchased from Scrapbook Nerd, and it's a really nice foam adhesive tape. It is from Scrapbook Adhesives. It's really easy to tear, and it is super sticky. So this is the first time I've used it. It's the first time I'm trying it out, and you'll just see that it's very easy to use. So I wanted to use that to add a little bit more dimension to my photograph here, and I will just place that on the doily, and then I'll just start adding a few embellishments here. So I'll just let you watch me do that. I think the only die cut that I use here that's not from Let Your Heart Decide is the die cut that says BU on it, and then that's from the PinkFresh BU collection. So this has been a really crazy busy week for me. Really busy couple of weeks. I was helping with the senior drama club at my school, And we hosted our regional drama festival this past weekend, and it was very busy. I haven't been home for about a week, only to sleep. And it's just been a really crazy week. It was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work. And I got so far behind with absolutely everything at home. All of the stuff that I love to do, like scrapbooking and card making, and just, doing all kinds of artsy sort of stuff that I do every week just to kind of keep my sanity and have fun and do things I really enjoy. I didn't get to do much of that in the last couple of weeks. So if it seemed like I was a little bit incognito, I was. So it didn't just seem that way. It was the case. So it was really nice just to have today at home and have a chance to get into my scrap room and do some scrapping. And I cleaned my room out a little bit and organized some things. I had received some new product from Scrapbook Nerd and just needed to get those all organized. I like to organize my collections by collection. I think most people are probably like that unless you get kits and then maybe you keep your kits all together. I like to take all of the stuff that I buy and then take the extra large Ziploc bags and put an entire collection together and then store it in the those 12 by 12 plastic magazine storage containers in my calyx, and that is how I keep them together. So I spent some time doing that today. I got these PinkFresh collections kind of organized, and some of the other ones that you'll see me use for some of my Scrapbook Nerd projects in the future and just projects in general here on my YouTube channel. So if you have not been checking out the online store, the Scrapbook Nerd online store, they have been getting all of the new collections from Creativation in the shop, and they have a ton of really great stuff. So check it out. Make sure you hop on over there and see what they have. So you can see I'm using some of those gorgeous little PinkFresh puffy alphas. The word B there in the kind of the orange are those little puffy alphas, and they have all of those colors. Although I think maybe the navy might be out of stock, but they did at least have all of the colors in stock at one point, so you could check it out and see if they still have some. I'm pretty much done here. You can see that I did add my journaling just in some computer generated strips there at the bottom, and I really like how this turned out. I'm just going through all the other bits that I have of the collection and seeing what else I can add here. I do end up using one of those phrase stickers, and I covered up the word on that die cut that says en route because that didn't really fit what I was journaling about here, but so I end up covering that up. But you can see I have all the stuff. The puffy stickers and those little leatherette stickers are really adorable in this collection as well. And yeah, it's a fantastic collection, but I feel like everything PinkFresh does is pretty amazing. So I really love this one. And like I said, I have the BU collection as well. And so I think we've got some plans over at Scrapbook Nerd to do some fun stuff with these collections as a creative team and show you some things with them. So yeah, that's awesome. I love these. So you can see I'm just finishing up here with a few little bits. And that will be it for my layout. I think I am going to add a few little Heidi Swap Color Shine splatters here shortly. So you will see me do that. Not sure. Oh yeah, I am going to just do that now. So I'm going to cover up my photograph here. I like to do that just because I don't like to take the chance of getting any splatters on the photo. So I'm not too worried if they land on those iridescent hearts, but otherwise I just didn't want them to get onto the photo. So I'm just tapping that nozzle really lightly just to put a few smaller splatters of the color shine on there, and I like how that works out. So I will just dab up a little bit of that extra color shine and the layout will be finished. So thanks so much guys for stopping by today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.